I'm going to show you the best possible Axiom setup you can have to start trading meme coins. And as you guys can see, I have a new Axiom account. I haven't changed anything. I just funded my wallets with new Solana, and I'm going to show you step by step how you can put up your filters, your settings, your wallets, everything you need to know to start trading on Axiom. And why am I making this video? Well, I quickly want to show you guys because 1 hour ago, I actually got drained and I got compromised. All my wallets got compromised. So I have to switch absolutely everything. That's why I'm using a new account. I think this is the best time to show you guys how you can start from zero. So I posted on my Twitter that I got drained for 3.5 ETH. So I got drained about $10,000 to $11,000. I got approached by this extension, this program. So they wanted me to test it out and show it on stream and they would pay me. So I thought nothing wrong of it. And I went ahead and installed their bookmark. So why did I do this? Because it was a bookmark. You didn't even need to install a Chrome extension, nothing like that. You need to bookmark something in their website, which is now offline. And then when you went to Axiom and activated it, they actually run a JavaScript and install all my private keys, everything. Actually, I was kind of lucky and kind of quick that I managed to move every single Solana I had, everything I had in Sol out of my wallets. So I didn't get drained on that, but I actually got hit on my MetaMask, my EVM wallets, where they were also linked to my BNB trading. So probably they got it from there. I don't know how exactly it works, but they got my EVM wallets where I had over 10K on USDT on ETH. You can never be too careful in this crypto space. Please never store much money in your hot wallets, money that you cannot afford to lose. Thankfully, you know, it could have been much worse for me. I could have got drained a lot more. I had over like $30,000 in Solana and I managed to move that all out without getting drained on that. So I'm thankful for that. Obviously, it still pisses me off. I'm still really mad at myself for, you know, blindly trusting this, but I really didn't think a bookmark could drain you. But yeah, today I'm going to show you guys what I would do to start over in Axiom. So let's get into it. So obviously the first thing you want to do is go over and sign up to Axiom with my link in the description. You'll get less trading fees if you do so, and obviously you would support me as well. So once you sign up, make sure you have everything saved, your private keys, everything is stored very safely, and you want to fund your wallets with some Solana, your trading wallets, all right? Once you do that, you're ready to start. Let's start with the filters, okay? So we want to go basically to the poll section and really just focus here. Here's where we're going to see all the meme coins possible, all the new pairs, all the you know, trending tokens on Final Stretch, and all the ones that migrated over to Pumpon or other platforms right here. But obviously there's a lot of tokens going on here. There's a lot of, you know, shit going on here. So we want to put some filters to kind of make sure we only see the important tokens. So let's start with that. Okay, so let's start over with new pairs. You want to go ahead and click this icon right here. This is going to open your filters. And what you want to do in new pairs, I mean, I like to personally basically see every single token that comes out because I want to be quick. I want to be fast. I want to be one of the first if I think a token is good. I want to get rid of some of these launch pads that never run, and they're just going to, you know, clutter your new pairs. So the most important two is Pump Fund and Bonk. Okay, those are the most important two. And if you're starting off, probably you just want to have either only Pump Fund or Bonk. If you're more of an experienced trader, you want to see more stuff, you want to, you know, you can click these ones as well. Or you can do, instead of a Meteora, actually, you put Dynamic BC. This is better. Okay, Dynamic BC, don't put these Meteora ones, put Dynamic BC. These are the ones I usually have on. If maybe there's like some crazy thing going on, maybe like a new bag season or whatever, you can, you know, enable them. You can put Mucha, you can put whatever, but usually I just have these on. I'm gonna put some excluded words because sometimes you will get like some spams on new pairs of like, you know, porn and stuff. So I have some excluded keywords that I'm gonna put just to get rid of those when they come into my new pairs and I don't see them. And then in audit, I have absolutely nothing. In metrics, I have maximum market cap of 60K. Why do I put this? Just because if you have some of these pools open like Dynamic BC, they can do some custom market cap, like, and they maybe a token just starts at 23K or 40K or something like that. So I want to make sure that all these like weird things that happen sometimes, that a coin spawns at like 120K market cap, I don't want to see them. So that's why I put like a maximum market cap of 60K. But honestly, if you don't put anything, it's going to be the same. Okay, it's not really gonna change anything. So that's new pairs. And now let's go to Final Stretch. This is the most important one in my opinion. Here I do have a lot more stuff. So on audit, you want to go ahead and put the maximum token age between let's say 5 to 30 minutes, depending on the volume and how many coins are being made. This is going to allow you to just see the most recent coins that are gaining volume, because those are the usually the ones that actually do something and have some opportunity of making you some money. Okay, so what I'm going to put here, I'm just going to put like 30 minutes for now and see how it looks. If I see that there's basically no coins on, or there's a lot of coins on, I would reduce this time frame lower. Then I want to go ahead and go to metrics, and I'm going to put volume, minimum 7k volume. This is going to allow you to also some of these like rugs to, you know, get it out of the screen. Market cap, I'm going to go ahead and put I don't know why I have some stuff already done. Okay, well, market cap, I'm going to put 9,000 market cap minimum. Depending on the price of Solana, maybe I'll lower this a bit more, maybe I'll put it higher, but usually this kind of helps you to get rid of the absolutely dead coins. Market cap 9,000, maximum market cap 120, 120,000, 120,000, just because as well, some of these like custom curves or whatever, they can go very high on the market cap. So usually I just want to get rid of them. And then global fees paid minimum 0.5. This also allows to get some of these honeypots and rugs out of here, okay? And then on the protocols, I'm again gonna take off most of these, and I'm just gonna leave Pump Fund Bags, Bonk, Dynamic BC, and maybe Jupiter Studio. You can leave it. The rest, honestly, pretty dog shit. Usually nothing really comes out of this. And I'm gonna apply. Also, all these filters are available on my Telegram, and also they're available on my new Discord server that is called El Gremio. So this is a Spanish community Discord server. So if you're not Spanish, I wouldn't recommend joining because everything's gonna be in Spanish, but I opened a Discord community server with some friends, and you know, you can meet up some people there if you're Spanish and you want to trade with more Spanish people and make some community and get some calls and get some alpha. You can join, also link in the description. So I have everything posted there as well. And then on my graded, also again here I don't really touch anything. The only thing I do is actually leave some more stuff here, just in the rare case that something does end up running from all these other protocols. So here again, you can like add some more of these, like Moonshot, Mayhem, Bonk, all these things, Sugar. Like you can add all of this. Something runs, you will see it, but the most important thing is that it doesn't clutter your new pairs or your final stretch. Okay, Boop, Believe, all of these. And then volume, I have minimum 60k volume. So this will also get rid of some of these rugs and honeypots. I don't know why I have some metrics here, maybe because I used this browser before to open Axiom, but basically I'm doing everything fresh. A market cap minimum, I put 15,000. So all these coins that absolutely died after they migrate, I don't want to see them. 15,000. Global fees paid. I think I don't really use anything, but maybe you can put something over there. Maybe you can also put like 0.5. So let me see what else. I don't think I use anything else. Oh, actually, yeah. Go to audit and make sure you put something in pro traders. Put like 30 pro traders. This is gonna also get rid of some of these honeypots and crash coins. And holders as well, you want to put some holders. So just because if you have dynamic BC, sometimes you will see a coin that migrates and it's nothing, like it's just someone that deployed a coin and instantly bonded it, but it has no holders, has no real anything. So this will get rid of some of the stuff, and now you can basically see more of the real coins. Obviously some coins are going to be crash, some coins are going to be honeypot, some coins are going to be rug, but it's definitely going to help, especially on the final stretch section. Going to help you out to kind of see the ones that are getting more volume. Okay, now that we are done with the filters, let's actually make this a little bit prettier and a little bit more readable, and let's have some more information displayed on screen. So first of all, you want to do is, I always have my wallet tracker on the left side. So you want to go ahead and here down below, you want to open the wallet. You want to drag it to the left side. So this is going to open a little screen here, and these are going to be the wallets you track. Obviously, I have nothing tracked right now, so I want to go ahead and add all the wallets I track from Axiom. And again, this is going to be available on my Discord. I have posted my wallets many times before on my Telegram, so you have those stuff in the description. I'm just going to go ahead and export it from my old Axiom and import it into my new Axiom. So I'm going to hit import. I'm going to paste my thing right here. There you go. And then I'm going to import it. So now I should see all the wallets, 653 wallets that I follow and I track and I have right there. So now when I go on trades, I'm just gonna start seeing all the track wallets that I have popping up on screen, so I can quickly see what are the trading and go into the coin and stuff. That's one of the most important things I have on. And then also what I have is when you open a coin, the polls open on the right side. So this allows you to see if you're getting vamped. So what I do is open the polls, you go into a coin, open this little tab, polls, and then you drag it to the right side, okay? So this allows me that, imagine I'm in a coin and I want to see if it's getting vamped. I hit the final stretch here and I can see if there's a coin getting vamped, okay? Maybe it's a bit cluttered. You don't really need to have this, but I've been using it recently and I kind of like it. This way, if I'm in a coin and there's something getting volume, I don't miss it. So that's how my setup kind of looks when I'm trading. Now, I also always have instant trade open right here. So this is the little panel that allows me to click and I instantly make the buy or sell. And also I'm going to custom all these buttons. So let me actually just do this right now. I'm going to go ahead and put the custom buttons I usually have. So you want to go ahead and click this little edit preset and you want to put the values of Solana you want to buy. So for example, usually the minimum amount of Solana I buy for is 1 SOL. So I'm going to put 1 SOL, I'm going to put 2, I'm going to put 3, I'm going to put 4, I'm going to put 5, I'm going to put 10, I'm going to put 15, and then I'm going to put like 0.05 to do bumps. And then on the sales option, 10, 25, 50, 100, usually this is good enough, but because you have some extra buttons, I'm going to put 1%, 5%, 40% for example, and 75%. So these are the percentage amounts you want to sell, okay? So if you don't see all these amounts, you can drag it up and make it a little bit bigger, so you will get these options right there. Great, and now we have also the presets, okay? The fees to buy and sell, very, very important. So we're gonna go ahead and over in this right side, you wanna hit preset 1, and this is gonna be your main preset button, or if you want this one to be it, this is gonna be my main trading fees. So basically, I'm gonna put slippage at 40%. I'm gonna put priority and bribe at 0.001. I'm gonna leave it as it is because basically I don't wanna pay much fees. And you don't need to pay much fees to be quick. If there's more volume, you can have a different preset where higher fees. But usually if you're trading and you don't have a big port and you have a lower port and you're starting off, you want to have the lowest fees possible. If you can put 0, put 0, because it's going to work anyways. It's going to be a bit slower, but honestly, it's going to save you a lot of money. 40% slippage, 0.01, 0.01, and then I always have reduced on MEV mode so I don't get MEV. If you're trading with really, really low amounts of Solana, you can get it off. But if you're trading with over 0.5 SOL on a trade, you want to put it on just in case you don't want to get MEV'd, okay? And then on the sell settings, again, I think I have 0.01 on everything. I'm just going to put another 0 here, and I'm going to put the slippage a little bit higher just in case, 50%. I have MEV mode off on sales just because you really, really, really rarely get MEV sold, okay? So off is going to basically make your sales quicker. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a different preset where I'm going to have like a little bit of a higher fees, okay? So buy, I'm going to put again 50% for buy settings, and I'm going to put, for example, auto fee. So I'm going to try the auto fee method. So basically the maximum fee I want to spend for my buys is going to be like 0.05. That should be more than good. And this, what it's going to do is Axiom is going to automatically put the right amount of fees you need to make the transaction fast, okay? Again, MEV protection reduced. And sell settings, you want to go ahead and I'm just going to put as well auto fee, but I'm even going to put like lower fees because honestly, when you're selling, you don't really need to spend many fees. Like it's usually pretty quick. And MEV mode. And then preset 3 is going to be my highest preset, okay? So here is this is the preset I'm going to use to snipe coins, okay? And I'm going to explain this in a second. So my buy settings is actually going to be 300% slippage, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. And my priority, you don't need a really high priority because the important thing is the bribe when you're sniping, okay? So I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm just gonna put like a little bit more, maybe like 0.02, but the bribe is gonna be much, much higher, okay? So I'm gonna put like 0.025 bribe, okay? And I'm gonna explain this in a second. And again, reduced in sell settings, again, I don't really mind about this. You can just put 50. These are fine, for example. Okay, so why is this? So when you go here to post and you want to quick buy a coin that maybe there's a tweet that is important and you want to get filled quickly, you're going to use the preset 3. So this allows you to snipe coins with that setting only. If you go into a coin, you want to have selected your preset 1. But if you want to quickly snipe a coin, you want to have your preset 3. So this is going to spend those fees to do the snipe. And why do I have such a higher slippage? Because when you try to snipe a coin, imagine it's a crazy tweet or something like is really good, the price on that coin is going to really start flying up, okay? So if you have a lower slippage, the thing is that your transaction is going to fail. You're not going to get filled. I'm thinking about it. I think I'm going to put my bribe even higher, like 0.05, just to make sure if you are actually sniping a coin, you want to get filled, okay? So depending on how much you're buying, depending on you and your port, you should decide yourself, but these are the settings I'm using currently. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that like that. And now let's go ahead and customize this whole thing. So I'm gonna add my, my quick buy button. All of this, I'm gonna show you what I do. Okay, so now let's actually customize this screen a little bit more to have it a bit more clear, and you have your buy buttons and other stuff that many people ask me on my streams. So first of all, something I'm gonna do, and this is something that not many people do, is filtering some of these tracked buys. So you wanna go over to this filter and you wanna put a minimum amount of transaction or USD. So for example, 0.1 or 0.05. So this way, when they're like spam buying some of these coins and trying to bump you, you don't see them on your track wallets and they don't get flooded, okay? Usually I just have that on like this, so I get rid of some of these spam transactions. And then when you go over to your buys, actually something that I also forgot, I have my trade panels here like this. So this allows me to see the holders and at the same time see the transactions, right? So this is like maximum information right here for a coin. So let's actually go to a proper coin. Let's go to a proper coin that is getting volume. Let's see something that is not fake. This is not fake, for example, okay? So now I can see the holders, I can see the transactions, I can see absolutely everything. So you're gonna get rid of also these microtransactions where they're like buying $5. I don't really want to see this $5. This doesn't really give me much information. I want to see more bigger buys. Also want to go ahead and filter some of these USD transactions. So I put usually like minimum $15. This way I get rid of some of these smaller spam transactions. I only focus on the big ones. That's the only thing that you should filter out realistically. Also, I like to put my time frames on 1 second, 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours. So I can quickly hover through to check the charts, okay? And also I usually have the bubble maps on faster or insight to check for clusters on, like for example, this 8% cluster of this coin or whatever. Okay, now let's make a little bit of customization here. Okay, so you want to go over to the display section. So you want to click here, display, and now let's see what we can change here. So I usually like to trade with the ultra button. This basically allows me to have the quick buy option much bigger. So that's what I like to use. You can use mega, for example, or you can use ultra. I use ultra usually. I have this one, no the border selected, right? So border ultra. So this way I make sure what space is the bottom so I don't misclick it. I have large market cap on, and then here I think I get rid of fees, TXs, socials, holders, for traders. I have all of that. And then I have dev migrations and dev creations. That's, I think, something kind of useful for some of these coins. Tax off, dex paid on, funding time, I like to see that as well. KOs, I don't really mind about that. And then let's go over to metrics. I don't think I have nothing changed here. Rows, you want to click color row. This is something that many people ask me, and this is such a good, when you hit this, basically it colors protocol of the coin. So when it's pump on coins, it's going to be green, and bonk ones is going to be orange. So this is kind of easy. So if you're waiting for something that's going to be launched on bonk or pump fund, you kind of know how to quickly look for it just by the color. Okay, so that's something I usually use as well. Also, if I go to extras, you can have a secondary quick buy option. So many people don't know this, but if you want to have like 2 different buy quick buttons, you can click right here and you will see it. So also here, I'm going to put the P3 to basically snipe the coin, and I'm going to put something like 5 sol to snipe. Okay, so now one of my quick buttons is going to be 5 and the other one is going to be something different. And usually I have this one on red. Anything you do, let's do this color. I think that's kind of cool. So now if I click here, it's going to buy me 5. If I click here, it's going to buy me 2.4. Obviously some people don't like this because they will misclick, but if you like to use it and you learn to use it, I think it's kind of cool to have different options to quick buy. If it's too much for you, just put one button, do it smaller, then you can choose, like you can customize. This is the way I just trade. So yeah, this is almost looking like everything I had on my old Axiom. Let me just quickly go over to see if I have anything else that I need to show, and let's keep going. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna go ahead and also show you my BNB settings because you also have BNB trenching on Axiom. So let's go over and do that as well. I'm gonna go ahead and export my BNB wallets that I also have on my manager. I'm gonna add the wallets. I'm gonna import them. They're right here. And now I'm gonna have also my BNB wallets. I'm gonna also post these somewhere on my Discord because I think I haven't done that before. And then I'm gonna quickly show you again for this one. I'm gonna quickly just do all of this again. So ultra buttons, I like the borders. I go over to extras. I go over to a secondary quick option. I'm gonna put that over on red. Or actually for BNB, I'm gonna put it yellow. I think that's kind of cool. Let me put it yellow. Yeah, that's nice. I think I'm gonna do one BNB for this. I'm gonna put a P3 because later on we're gonna set up the fees for that. I'm gonna go over to layout and then large market cap. I think that's pretty much it for this. And then for my normal buy buttons, I'm gonna put 2 BNB here. Maybe that's a bit more, but that's a bit too much. I'm just gonna do 0.5 actually, 0.5. And then for final stress, maybe 1.5, and then for here migrated 2. Obviously you can also do that on Solana. I think I have not done that, so 2.4. I'm going to do 3 here and I'm going to do 10 here. So yeah, that should be good enough. Let me go over again to BNB. Again, filters, basically what you want to have here is nothing much really. I just like to get rid of the dev holding when it's a lot. So dev holding maximum 25%. I don't think anything else. And new pairs, go over to final stretch. And again, you want to put like time frame here. BNB trenches are kind of dead, so you want to put a much higher time frame. So for example, 120 minutes maximum on the age of the token. Holders, you want to put 20, so get rid of some of these honeypots. Metrics, you want to go over and put minimum, let's say 10K volume, 15K market cap minimum. I think that's fine, or let's do 12K market cap minimum because the volume is kind of low. And yeah, apply that one. You see that filters out a lot of coins. And then over to the migrated section, I'm gonna go over and put also like a 15K minimum market cap. So that should be good enough. And I think that's gonna be enough. And now let me go over to the settings. So as well, instant trade always open, the side panel open, final stretch on the other side open as well. And let me change some of these quick buy settings, not buy settings, my instant panel option settings. So I'm just gonna do 0.1, I'm gonna do 0.2, I'm gonna do 0.5. Obviously, again, this depends on your port, on how much you're trading with. But yeah, right now I only depoted 2 BNB on my account, but hopefully I managed to grow that out somehow. There we go, 0.01. And again here, you can put like, 1, 10%, 25. Oh, 25 I already have. Like, let's just do 75. There we go, that should be good enough. And now for my preset settings, again, MEV always secure on BNB. You get crazy MEVs in here. So let's just go with custom. I'm gonna put 5 Gwei. You see that's like literally less than $1 for each transaction, so it should be pretty good. You can even have lower. I'm pretty sure like this thing should be fine. And then for bribe, you can also have like a little bit to get filled a bit quicker, maybe like 0.02 or 0, yep, something like this. Maybe, I don't know, trenched much BNB lately, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Some low fees right here. On sell, let's just do like average sell speed. I don't really need anything here. Slippage 50. And then let's do a preset 3. I'm just gonna skip preset 2 because I don't really need more. And preset 3, I'm actually gonna do a little bit more custom. Let's say like 10 Gwei, 70% slippage, bribe 0.0. No, that's a lot. 0.01. So I'm basically paying $10 for my transaction to go through. But I think this is a good idea if you really want to snipe a crazy CC tweet or something, to have like a a decently high bribe fee for that. But again, you only want to use that to snipe coins. You don't want to be using that to buy normally because you're going to get rinsed on fees. So yeah, that should be fine. Oh, this is sell settings, my bad. I want to do this in buy settings. So buy settings. My sell settings want to be normal. I'm just going to leave fast. I'm going to put no bribe fee. There we go, off. So yeah, that's it. And now I go back to my polls and I put P3 for sniping the coin. P3, 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 and P3. But then if I go into a coin, I'm usually normal pre-1, which is my lower fees. So that's BNB, that's Solana, that's how it would set up my axioms to start with. Hope that helps anyone to kind of start trenching. Again, this really comes out to your preference. This really comes out to your trading style. So hopefully this helps out for people to start with. But once you kind of learn how to trade and get your own trading style, you will probably adapt and make your own filters and your own settings. There's no like magic settings or magic filters that are going to make you be profitable. But hope that hope it helps. Hope like it helps some people finding some of these options that are kind of hidden, like in the display. There's some stuff that is kind of hard to find. So hopefully that helps someone and give some tips. And also, now that I started a new account, I'm gonna run a little experiment. I'm gonna put my P&L tracker at 0. So also, if you want to track your P&Ls, you want to hit this P&L button right there. I'm gonna set up to 0, and I'm gonna leave it on for a full month and see how much money I can actually make trading meme coins. So I'm just gonna leave this for a whole month. This is also gonna be a month that I'm not gonna trade as much because it's gonna be, I'm gonna have Christmas, I'm gonna have New Year's, I'm gonna have friends over. I might also go to Solana breakpoint in December, so I'm probably gonna have many days where I'm not really gonna trade, but I think it's gonna be interesting to just see how much money I can make till the end of the year from today. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helped out some people. And yeah, be safe on chain, be safe with your crypto. Make sure it's stored. Make sure you don't store much money on your hot wallets and your trading wallets, because there's some crazy drains, there's some crazy tech that people are using to get people. So yeah, hope that helps someone. It's been a pleasure. It's your boy Leans, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.